Christmas is over, the turkey's all carved, but the leftovers, absolute gold. Today we're turning them into a creamy, comforting leftover turkey korma curry. Big flavour, no waste. This leftover turkey korma is perfect for using up all those leftovers without it feeling boring. And I'll tell you this much, it will make you wish Christmas had come twice. I'm Shane, welcome back to It's Cooking Good. Curry after Christmas, I mean, it's a British institution. Pretty much everyone I know will definitely use their leftover turkey in a curry and of course a pie. And this is one that I make year after year because the kids love it, I love it, and it comes together in about 25 minutes. So it's nice, quick and easy. So let's get started. Here I've got a pan on a medium heat. And I'm going to put some ghee in there. If you're not familiar with ghee, it's a clarified butter used a lot in Indian cookery, and it really is a little bit naughty. It adds that extra richness to the sauce and certainly the onions, which is what we're going to be cooking first. So I'm going to add a good dollop of that into my pan and some vegetable oil too. Just let that melt down. And then to that here, I've got 2 white onions, which I've finely diced, and they're just gonna go straight in there. And we're gonna cook those down for about 10 minutes. What we want is to make them really nice and soft and almost starting to go nice and brown. Once your onions are nicely softened and started to take on a bit of colour, we can now start building up the flavours in our sauce. And I'm gonna start just by adding a good pinch of salt. And then next here, grated ginger and garlic. We're going to complete that trilogy. The base of any good curry, of course, is onions, garlic and ginger. And what we want to do is just cook that out for about 30 seconds or so. Once the rawness is cooked out of that garlic, we're going to add our spices. And here I've got 2 teaspoons of ground coriander, same again of ground cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of mild chili powder. This isn't really a hot curry, but if you want to spice it up, add a spicy version of it. And here a teaspoon of turmeric. I've got a teaspoon here of fenugreek leaves and 3 cardamom pods. Straight in. Give that all a good stir around. What we want to do is just dry out those spices a little bit. When they've sat on the shells, I know I've said it before, they can absorb moisture, and you want to get that out. And you'll know because the aromas are going to start to really fill the room. It's absolutely wonderful smells. That's it, that's been about a minute now. To that, some mango chutney. Good 2 tablespoons there of mango chutney, whichever chutney you like. Stir that through. That's adding that sweetness, or some of the sweetness. We're going to add some further sweetness in a little bit. And then chicken stock. And I'm going to go in with about 300 millilitres here of chicken stock. I'm just using a normal standard Knorr stock cube. Give it all a good little stir around. And we're going to leave that now, bring it up to the simmer and let it cook for about 5 to 6 minutes. That's been simmering away now for approximately 5 minutes and it's reduced down slightly, exactly what I'm looking for. You've got 2 options at this point. You can move on to the next stage as is, so you've got the bits of onion in it, or you can blitz it to make it into a smooth sauce, and that's the option that I always go for. I personally think it more resembles the type of curry you're going to get from your local Indian restaurant or takeaway. Whichever way you decide to do it, you are at this stage going to add some sugar because we want to sweeten it up a little bit. So I'm adding about 1/2 tablespoon there. And if you are doing it in the blender, you do need to let it cool down a little bit. Don't make the mistakes I've made before by blitzing it when it's hot and it has covered the kitchen. And my wife was not happy. So get that into your blender and just blitz it. And that is it, nice and smooth. Pan back on the hob. Get your sauce straight into your pan. And then obviously our turkey. And I've got a nice bit of leftover turkey here, a mix of white and brown meat. So just get that in. We're going to start to heat that back through. Just give it a good stir around to make sure it's all nicely coated and covered. At this stage, I'm going to introduce some double cream. Probably going with about 100 millilitres of the double cream. And here I've got some sweetened coconut. It's quite hard to find, actually. I've got it here. I buy it from Amazon. This stuff, Baker's, It's fairly inexpensive. They use it a lot in the States, but Amazon's the only place I've been able to find it, and it is lovely. It works perfectly with this. I found desiccated coconut, to be fair, it doesn't really do a lot. It's got no real flavour, whereas this stuff is lovely and it's really nice and succulent. So I'm going to put some of that in again, a bit more sweetness, stir it all through, and we're going to let that cook now for about 3 to 4 minutes. So that's just been simmering away now for 3 to 4 minutes. It's looking yummy, but I'm going to thin it down a little bit. It's just a little bit thick. Now, again, everyone's different, so you serve it how you like, but I'm just going to thin it down just a touch. Stir that through. I think even just a touch more, you know. That's it. That's the OCD in me. Can't help it. Yeah, that's looking exactly as I like it. To that, some garam masala. Love the garam masala. Adds all those lovely different notes. Oh, and the smell's amazing. And that's it. I'm going to leave it for a further minute, and then we can dish it up. See how we've done. Okay, the time has come to dish up our lovely leftover turkey curry. Get some lovely bits of that turkey in there. Plenty of the sauce. I'm just going to fill this up. Why not? There we go. Final bit of sauce on there. I like to finish mine off just with some flaked almonds over the top, because I think it looks pretty. And just a little bit of coriander. And there we have it. Leftover turkey korma. In about 25 minutes, I'd say. The biggest part of pretty much any curry is the prep. It's the chopping of the onions, sorting out your herbs and spices and everything else. The actual cooking part is pretty quick, and this was no different. So let's give it a little try. Let's get a bit of that turkey. Of course, it goes without saying, guys, just make sure that your turkey is reheated through properly when you recook it. You don't want any dodgy tummies after Christmas, that's for sure. Oh, that's good. So good. There's a little bit of heat in the background, and that wasn't an extra hot chili powder I used or anything like that. It was mild. Kids are going to eat that, but I can taste a little hum in the background. The sweetness is spot on, just the right amount of sweetness for me. The turkey is lovely. It's still nice and juicy. Oh, but wow, that sauce, definitely, if you can, if you've got a blender, definitely blend it down. It's the way forward for sure. And you don't have to do it with turkey, do it with chicken. If you want a vegetarian option, it actually works really well with butternut squash and mushrooms. If you do the butternut squash way, just probably don't add quite as much sugar as I did, because they tend to be quite sweet anyway. But that is a winner turkey dinner for sure, and a great way to use up your leftover turkey. That's it from me for today, guys. I do really appreciate you watching. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please also like, share and comment. What's your favorite way to use up leftover turkey? I'd love to hear from you. I'll put all of the details and quantities and everything else down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.